Last time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror Never-Ending Nightmares. You know, does anyone actually watch any of these? I mean, do they?
Sure, tons of people watch them. I mean, come on.
Okay, like who?
There's that one guy, and I think what's his name? Hold on. You know what? Just never mind and do your thing, man.
Okay, fine. Last time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror Never-Ending Nightmares. Bloodthirsty doll. Lots of sex and nudity and violence and poor production values. Otherwise, it's probably the best movie ever, right?
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror Never-Ending Nightmares. Boo! Yeah, nobody watched yesterday's video. I'm just kidding, but not a lot of people did. Why not? I think it's a classic in the making if they would remake it and have a budget. That was Doll from Hell, and tonight we are going to do a review of this movie, if you can call it a movie. It's rather short. It's The Spear of Longinus, otherwise known as just Longinus. And I'm also going to talk about the other bonus movie in here called The Messenger. So let's get into it. The world, I guess, is in a constant state of war. And there's this medical clinic where the doctor suffered an illness and dies. And so the people remaining decide they're going to close the clinic down and move on. However, right before they're able to leave, a group of military people show up with a strange case and a very injured woman. And of course they want to have the woman treated and then bring the rest of the people with them to deliver this box to the high command or whatnot. Well, apparently this box contains the Spear of Longinus. Yes, and if you guys don't know what the Spear of Longinus is, it's also known as the Lance of Longinus, whatever. Longinus was a Roman soldier or guard who used his spear or lance to pierce the side of Jesus Christ while he was on the cross. And of course, any weapon that would be able to pierce the side of a god, or God himself, depending on how you want to put it, well, is a pretty powerful thing indeed. I mean, honestly, you know, there's been like all kinds of mythos and legend surrounding it ever since. And so a weird person shows up and claims to be a vampire hunter, and that lance or spear, I guess the spear, can do magical things like heal any kind of wound, but it also can kill vampires, which was what happened to that group of military people before they showed up at the clinic. They got attacked by vampires, because what the vampires want to do is get the spear and then destroy it, because it can destroy them. So what happens is, of course, he claims that the woman should be killed immediately because she was bitten by a vampire, will become a vampire and turn on them and all that stuff like that. So, of course, nobody believes him, but then the girl, lo and behold, all almost dead, just disappears. And so, of course, it's vampires, and we get kind of a really short try to stop the vampires from getting the spear and trying also to stay alive. Honestly, that's all I really can say without, saying everything that happened in the film, which is almost exactly what I did because it is so short. And because of it, it was really hard to score this, but I tried my best. So here's the scores. We've got violence and gore, 2.5 out of 5. We had head explosions, we had some blood, but it's just not, the movie's so short, you don't really have enough time to actually get a lot of it. Some gunplay. I mean, honestly, I guess if you consider the small amount of time and the amount of violence in it, I guess you could say it's really violent in comparison to, like, if it was a 2-hour-long movie. I guess it would be violent packed. But anyways, I can't give it more than that. 2.5 out of 5. Shock value 1 out of 5, just because I didn't see the head blow off scene coming, and all that just happens, and I'm like, wow. So I was shocked by it. But it was a really good effect. So 1 out of 5. Plot 2 out of 5. It's so basic, but it's so short, and because it's so short, we don't get any context about like what's going on with the war. You know, the whole vampire thing just seems really forced, and you know, the ending just happens. I mean, honestly, I'm thinking like, okay, we're getting there, and okay, fighting group of vampires, and then it's like the movie's over. What? I thought we were just getting started. I thought they were gonna have to do something to get the land somewhere or whatever, but I mean, it's almost like an appetizer to a movie that they just never decided to make, I guess. You know, like this was a treatment, and then they went, yeah, no, we're not gonna make that movie. I don't know. So next is acting. I give it 2.5 out of 5. Honestly, I don't know. I think some of the choreography was cheesy. Some of the fights were a little too not realistic. So I'm just gonna give them average, even though maybe it should be below. Nudity 0 out of 5. I mean, there's not enough time for someone to get changed in this movie, let alone be naked. So I don't. My enjoyment factor is 2.5 out of 5. I mean, I liked kind of what I was seeing, but then it ended, and that kind of killed my enjoyment. It's like it seemed almost pointless to watch because it was so short. I mean, if it was, I guess, part of like an anthology, it might have been better, but it wasn't. And so thinking you're going to be watching a standalone thing, you kind of wanted more. So in my overall impression, it's 2.5 out of 5 because it's just so damn short, which is a shame because it's a great concept. And you know, I wanted to kind of see where they were going to go from it, and the super happy sunshine lollipop ending really didn't help out much either. So there you go. That averages out to be 1.9 out of 5. Somewhat disappointing. However, if you've got like a half hour to kill, I don't even know how long this movie was. I didn't even time it. It could have been even shorter than that. I don't know. But there you have it. But let's get to the second part of that, and that's the messenger. And the messenger is even shorter and even more lacking content. And I can't even, really there's blood, but there's violence, but it's not really anything. You know, just a shootout. Basically, let's get a gang boss is at his stronghold, and a mysterious female messenger who is hot, by the way. She is smoking. I mean, she can send me messages all the time, even though that means I'm gonna die. What a way to go. Anyways, so she sends a messenger from, I guess, the rival boss. You know, he's gonna die or whatever, something like that. And of course he's like, oh, how's that gonna happen? And she's like, well, you know, technically I'm not gonna kill you, but you're already dead. And they come to find out that he was betrayed by one of his bodyguards, had like a big shootout, and ended up dying. And he's a ghost, and he's been repeating that night after night after night without even realizing he's a ghost. And she's actually a messenger of death to, I guess, you know, like a reaper, you know, send them on to the afterlife. Send them a message that, hey, you know, guess what, you're dead, and you're just kind of repeating things over and over again. Which is an interesting thing, but it felt like it was 15 minutes long. Once again, something maybe in an anthology, but not. It's just a little bonus movie. And so there you have it, Longinus, the Spear of Longinus, and the Messenger. You know, they could have made a whole movie out of the Messenger and just had her doing, you know, like crow type stuff, I guess. I don't know. But honestly, when I decided to go and you know, do the reviews for this, it was actually the first time watching these, because I picked this up because it's directed by the guy who did Versus, which is an awesome movie, by the way, and also Alive, which is a pretty good movie too. He also did Zumi, which I have both a Zumi 1 and a Zumi 2, which are great action films. And honestly, it is a letdown, but, you know, it's not like it was boring. I mean, it just was a letdown because I wanted more. Which I guess could be a good thing because it was good enough for me to want more as opposed to being bad enough for me to go, God, is this over yet? Oh, it's over? I'm so happy. Now I will never watch this again. No, nothing like that. So, there you have it. I don't even know if I'm going to even show, like, I mean, like, literally, I could probably have shown the entire movie while doing the review, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that would be bad because that would be against copyright, whatever. But you get the idea, I guess. So, there you have it. In the background, I think you're hearing some music from the Wishing Stairs, which I don't know if I'm going to do for tomorrow. I'm still thinking about it. It is an interesting movie, but I don't know if it's kind of weird. I don't know. Thinking of something a little bit more over the top, maybe to get more interests into these. But anyways, for now, there you have it. And yeah, I'm gonna say it's good. I'm gonna say it's good. You guys stay scary out there in the internet world, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 10? Holy shit, this is going by fast. It's almost like a third of the way through. Well, anyways, you stay scary.